I'm going to start off with Scott, who's going to briefly introduce what we're doing at Ogilvy.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Scott from Ogilvy. And this panel is about when mobile becomes mass market, will it still be creative? Which I want to give a glimpse into a bit of that and talk about what we're doing and some of the bits that we've done. First of all, creatively, talk about the format of mobile. If you're in the mobile industry, you'll have seen this before, but there's lots of people here that aren't, so I'm going to do it again. I've done it a few times. And how we work with mobile. So the format. Any new medium tends to borrow from the medium that came before it. And to really prove this point, I want to ask, anyone know what the first TV ad was? It was in the UK. It's a bit of a trick question. It's not fair. Globally, it was for Boulevard watches in the middle of the baseball in 1941 in the States. 30-second ad. I've got the ad here, which I'm going to do for you, but I haven't got the audio, so I'm going to do that myself. Okay, here goes. America runs on pullover time. Can't wait for another 12.5 seconds. But that's the ad. So blatantly borrowing from radio and press. First ever TV ad. Singularly failing to fulfill the potential of the medium. And, 30-second ad with 5-second copy in the middle. So if any new medium tends to borrow from the medium that came before it, we've seen mobile do the same. Lots of banners, which are borrowed from the mobile internet, and SMSs, which are really emails, but shorter. And I've got a little video I want to play now, which really shows something about mobile advertising. I've only got 5 minutes. This is a bit of a plug, I'm afraid. It's a news piece which explains a load of our work in a minute and a half, which I couldn't do standing here. Hoping we've got audio. Obviously not. We've got no audio? It's a shame.
Seaborn, he's in a good position to know, heading up Ogilvy UK's Mobile Technologies Unit and co-chairing Britain's Mobile Marketing Association.
Well, I think any new medium tends to borrow from the medium before it. And mobile seems to have borrowed banners from the internet and SMS from email. It took about 10 years for TV to become what we see today with the creative ads. I think mobile's in its 11th year now, and we're starting to see lots of applications.
Such as this, a free mobile phone guide to the Rugby Sevens tournament in Hong Kong last year, sponsored by Guinness.
First of all, it shows everything you need to know about the event, but then it has different elements as well, like a Guinness bar finder. Everything it does has a Cantonese speaking element. So you hold up your phone to the taxi driver, and it speaks Cantonese.
The emphasis, says Seaborn, is on delivering useful content that will engage consumers. Another example of this new approach is the Snow Insider, a mobile application that Ogilvy built for Kodak. It contains information on 40 European ski resorts in 5 languages, and of course a few helpful hints on how and where to capture the best images.
We experienced 180,000 downloads in the first 2 weeks for this application, so there's definitely a want and a need.
Ogilvy's mobile campaign for Fanta is a real leap. It's called the Stealth Sound System and targets younger consumers by using special audio frequencies.
The Stealth Sound System uses sound waves that most adults can't hear. Most adult ears are damaged due to overexposure to loud things such as domestic rows and popular music.
Media outlets may want to take note of this new interest in content-led ad campaigns. Perhaps one day they'll be competing for eyeballs with the very sponsors who used to pay the bills. Matt Cowan, Reuters.
So I think that last comment there is really interesting. Media outlets might one day be competing with brands for eyeballs, and I think as marketing becomes more and more of a service, and mobile certainly can deliver that, then brands are in a great position to make the most of it. So everything on there was non-iPhone. Just to give a little bit of context to this, on the iPhone side of it, there's 480 million newspapers in the world. There's 800 million cars, 900 million TVs, 1.1 billion PCs, and there's 1.4 billion internet users. But there's 4 billion mobile phones. And I just want to talk about Apple because there's only 50 million iPhones in the world. But on those 50 million iPhones, we've seen 3 billion apps downloaded on the App Store. And that's more than double the sum total of internet users in the whole world. So someone said earlier this is the year of the mobile, and it's the difference between fast and soon, because Susan Boyle happened very fast, 60 million hits on Twitter, and I think when mobile does happen, it's going to happen very, very quickly. And what I wanted to quickly show you was the back end of the app wall. The video here, every single app on the Apple App Store is represented on this video, and every time it downloads, it just ripples. And you can see live how many apps are being downloaded in real time. And hopefully that gives us a nice little intro for our panel. Thank you.
Thank you. This is one very interesting thing I want to say about the stealth campaigns. I think the stealth campaign is really good, but it's a great demonstration of the innovation of teenagers who basically took those sounds and put them on their phones as their ringtones because their teachers could not hear them go off in class. So,
it's all right.
I'm now going to move on to the rest of our panel, so starting with Aaron on the right. You have to follow that.
My name is Aaron Martin. I'm the Executive Creative Director of BD Network. Previous to being at BD, I was at Loha Spink Above the Line before moving to ARC Worldwide, where I first did my first bit of mobile, way back in the days of Chocolate, which was probably about 10 years ago now. Most recently been a pure play digital agency, Syzygy, where we did a lot of mobile stuff on Mazda and a lot of our other clients. And I've just moved to BD. BD's got a great heritage in mobile. First campaign probably about 10 years ago with Worthington. Since then, a lot of the work we've done has been with Coke, and probably the most recent highlights have been the Give Me Credit campaign and the digital billboard at Piccadilly Circus.
Cool. I'm Tyler Murray. I'm the Global Digital Practice Lead for Saatchi & Saatchi X. We're a shopper marketing company. We've done mobile executions for many of our global clients, including PepsiCo, Frito-Lay, Wendy's, LG, P&G, to name a few. Prior to Saatchi, I was Director of Emerging Media at an LA company called the Visionaire Group. We did the primary mobile content for many global brands like Land Rover, Porsche, and Jaguar. Saatchi X, it's been a pleasure because we do everything's focused on the shopping experience and the shopping process. And mobile is the only technology that is present throughout the entire shopping experience, which isn't just in store. The shopping experience actually starts at home when she's planning and creating a list, and it continues after she goes home and consumes the product and shares her findings with a friend. So it's definitely been a strategic tool for us. Also, we see it as a technology of high touch, meaning that we'll do shopper intercepts after people finish their shopping experience and ask, did you use any technology when you're in store? And they say like, no, I didn't. I saw a kiosk but didn't use it. I said, well, did you call anybody? And they said, well, yeah, I called my husband. So it's clear that the technology is so intimately used that they don't even see it as technology. And we do know that almost all shoppers that have a phone carry it on them when they're in store. So we know that across all cultures and languages that there's 3 things that people carry with them when they leave the home. One is money, keys, and a cell phone if they own one. So you have this technology, this screen that's on 80% of shoppers in store, and they're all intimately familiar with it. So it's definitely a huge opportunity. The challenge, though, is that we've seen with shopping is that she's on task, and so it's really hard to engage with her with mobile. So you'll need to really find creative solutions that enable the shopping experience, don't hinder it. So I think this topic of can mobile still remain creative as it goes mainstream is especially important, even in the shopping experience.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Cristiano from the marketing store. I probably have the strongest accent of everyone here. I come from Razorfish, where I was a pure digital player. And I joined the marketing store really to unify all the strategy going forward and look at sales promotion and how we're going to create a narrative, not just on the channel, but using all the channels and not as a separate